let's talk about ritual tablets. I was able to sell some ritual tablets for about 30 divines, 40 divines. The problem is that it took me just as much to craft one. So this is what sells for about 45 divines. We're only looking for ritual altars in map, allow rerolling favors 3 additional times. Now there's a few ways to go about it, but as I said, it is expensive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these ritual tablets and we're going to bring it over to our main crafting station, right? Then we're going to just slam this bad boy with a bunch of Chaos Orbs. And I only have 8 right now. I have 160 Divine Orbs. I'm going to break about 30 of these, make them into Chaos Orbs, and we're going to roll this tablet. And very important, I have it with 2 suffixes right now, and that is because we just get to roll it, right? We get to roll these modifiers a little bit easier. On top of re-rolling favors, we are also looking for map contains 2 additional random modifiers. Those are 2 very important mods. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my Chaos Orbios right here. Boom, baby. Grab those Chaos Orbs, bring them over to the stash, and begin your chaos decimating degenerate gambling. Boom. And very important, something that I like to take note of is at the front of the affix, it says ritual altars. There are very few of them that have ritual altars. Another keyword is re-rolling favors, and as you can see, this one is actually sanctified. And if you can push this 3 to a 4, that's big money, honey. So let's begin our chaos spam. And I dare say that this specific mod, while it is there, it is very, very rare. So ritual favors, chance to be omen, not bad, but we need that to be the other one. Ritual altars. And then I know some of you guys are thinking, why not just do it with 1 modifier? And there it is. That's for you, bro. 1 modifier, chaos spam. This is a modifier also that I should say that it doesn't always roll with a 1 to 3. You know how it says 1 to 3? Sometimes it spawns without a number. So very important not to roll over it if it doesn't have that number. Come on, where is ritual altars? There was one, but it was the omen one, not what we're looking for. And as I said before, I've crafted these tablets before, and it has literally cost me a few chaos, like a lot of chaos. There it is. We got one. Ritual altars in the map allow re-rolling favors 3 additional times. Now, from here, this tablet is already worth a lot of divines. So we are going to slap in the remaining affixes and hope that we don't see gold. And this is a beautiful tablet. There it is. Oh my god, we got one so early. We almost ran through the 20 divines worth of Chaos Orbs. So now let's price check this one. This is worth about 20 divines. But these guys are having 2 here. Some of them don't have it. We have 3. And the reason that's important is because it takes divines to get, right? So if you don't have max, you need to spend divines in order to get your 3. It jumps up to 25. That's great. And as you can see, some of them have 8 uses. So we are going to look for 10. And we can actually remove monster and favors. No, actually favors is really good. This is a really good tablet, right? So now there are 2 things that you can still do to this tablet, and that is you can either corrupt it to get a 5th modifier onto the tablet, or you can also sanctify it in hopes that that 3 turns into a 4, and I have a tablet just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and decide internally for a few seconds as to what I'm gonna do. It's Series Temple. Ancient Infuser, if you want to corrupt, will buy 5 divines worth. Rituals, Omen of Sanctification, also 5 divines worth. We'll take it over to Hibanashi, let us know what he thinks, and go from there. I should also state that if you end up corrupting it with an Ancient Infuser, you can roll the uses remaining. If it rolls higher, that's big money, honey. And it also has an opportunity to re-roll your tablet into a different type of tablet, and it has happened to me before, so choose wisely, right? This is why sanctifying is lucrative. At most, that 3 turns into a 2, and at best, that 3 turns into a 4. Now, if the 3 turns into a 1 when you sanctify it, let me know in the comment section down below, because I've never had that happen to me. But also, I don't know if you want to disclose that you are that unlucky, buddy. Alright, hopefully the Abyssal Dragon is not sleeping. I would never be worried. Okay, Banashi, let us know what to do with this tablet. Yeah, my lord, are we rolling favors on a 3? Yes, Ibanashi, we can either corrupt or sanctify. What do you think? Yeah, I think you sanctify for that platform, my lord. You sure? I don't think it's worth the corruption, my lord. Last time you rolled the tablet, remember? Yes, it turned into an irradiated. What do you mean? Hold on, my lord. Yeah, my lord, definitely sanctification. We are simply going to sanctify, and in order to do that, we must activate the Omen of Sanctification, which when activated in your inventory, the next Divine Orb you use on a rare item will sanctify it. And what does sanctifying do? Well, sanctifying an item will multiply the values of an item's modifier by a random value ranging from 78% to 122% for each modifier. The resulting item will now be sanctified, and most methods of item crafting and modifications cannot be used on sanctified items, which means it is the same thing as being corrupted. It will be unalterable. As you can see, it'll be either 22% worse or less, or 22% better or more. And with that being said, activate the Omen of Sanctification and begin your sanctifying chant of divine desire. And again, the only thing we're looking for is that 3 to turn into a 4. Damn, nothing happened. Nothing happened. But we retained our 3, which is big W's, and everything else seemed to roll just a little bit higher. I mean, we can get 25 for this. So that is how you craft a ritual tablet that allows additional times. These go for anywhere from 20 to 25 divines. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one as it is valuable to me, because it says favors deferred at ritual altars may appear. Actually, no, I'm gonna sell this for about 20 divines to work on another one, see if we can get another one for the video. All right, we'll sell this for 22 divines. That will cover the cost of our initial Chaos Orbs, and we'll grab another tablet. What you can also do is type in allow rerolling favors, right? And it'll highlight the tablet. That is exactly what we want to do to these. So another method of rolling these tablets is that you can bring them over here and then simply spam your Chaos Orbs until one of them lights up. And if you're lucky, that'll be sooner rather than later, as sometimes, like I said, they just don't light up. And we ran through our Chaos Orb. We need to pick up some more. So we'll do 25 this time, and we will not be doing that method again. Bring it back to the stash. We'll grab a few Orb of Annulments, and our tablet has just sold for 22 divines, which is damn beautiful. And that guy is gone. As I said before, there is another modifier that we are also keeping track of, and that is maps have additional random modifiers, which is not as expensive to buy as the one that we just showcased, but if you are doing the ritual farm yourself, it is important to have that there. Where the hell is that ritual altars, man? And we already ran through the 20 plus divines worth of chaos and didn't roll into it. So that was just to showcase how rare this modifier actually is. So that way I don't get comments saying that they went broke seeking for this tablet themselves. Another thing that you can do, however, is buy a bunch of ritual tablets that are normal base, and then you can slam in a transmutation orbs in order to make them rare and seek for that modifier there. And if you don't get them with the magic base, you can annul and then add the modifiers back. And then on top of that, if you don't want to use or waste the nulls on a tablet, you can grab an Orb of Alchemy and then test your luck with the 4 different modifiers that appear when you use an alchemy. And then boom, we didn't get anything. So we're forced to chaos looking for that tablet. But that is pretty much for this video. Also, on an ending note, I do have a tablet that we were able to sanctify and roll a 3 into a 4. Now we did this on stream, but to showcase what something like this is worth, we are going to price check it. Again, sanctification obviously has to be on in order for it to pick up other tablets. And uses will stay at 10. We are going to reduce the value of everything else except for rerolling favors, right? We'll add a 4 to this bad boy. Boom. And we'll start to turn off the ones that don't really matter too much in terms of modifiers, right? The increased number of rare monsters can stay, or we can simply just turn it all off. That way we can get a clear indication as to what favors an additional time with a 4 with 10 uses goes for. There are currently 6 in the market like this, the lowest one being 50 divines. So if we would have hit the sanctification earlier and the 3 would have turned into a 4, then that could have been a W. But since I sold the tablet and then I spent another 20 to roll a different tablet, I am now down 20 divines for this video. So help me out with a like, and good luck if you decide to do this on your own. And who knows, maybe check your tablet stash. You might be sitting on a few divines. Alright, so we ended up in the town of degeneracy, and I was able to roll 3 of these with the favors, additional rerolls, and we got, well, this one's not it, but we have one with additional map modifier. I'm gonna add the remaining mods to these tablets, and then I'm gonna divine them, and hopefully we get lucky with the sanctification. Boom, 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 boom. The only one we do not want to see is gold. Apparently that messes with the loot pool. That's not good. Pack size is also good when you're doing rituals, and that is going to be rough, but we don't care. Okay, beautiful stuff. Now I'm going to take the divines, and we're looking for this modifier to roll into a 3, right? So we need to divine it. And also, I almost rolled past it because I didn't see the number, right? So I'm looking for ritual altars and also that +3. Sometimes we don't get it. We have a +2. We're looking for that 3. There it is. That 2 as well here. There it is. And this one, which has a gold, rolled into a 3. And for the additional modifier on the map, we need that to turn into a 2. Like so. Oh, he's ready. He's already sniffing rocks. Here they are, Ibanashi. Get them on the ground for me, my lord. I'm on my way. Yeah, my lord. Ooh, 1 out of 3, definitely gonna hit. You sure? Because you've been off for a while now. Yeah, definitely gonna hit today, my lord. All right. Wait a minute. Yeah, this void touch judgment ritual tablet, something about it. The one with gold gets a corruption, and the others will get the sanctification. That being said, let's start with the corruption first. And again, if we don't see that number reroll higher, what we don't want to see is that ritual tablet turn into a different type of tablet, and that in itself is still a W. So just grab that ancient infuser, quick little chant, and this one added a 5th modifier, and this one over here went lower on uses. And now we are shifting our attention to these over here. Boom, activate the sanctification, grab the divination, and begin the incantation. We got a 4, 2 times, back to back. I told you, my lord. What did we remove? Pack size. Yeah, there's 6 in the market right now. And all of them have been in the market for less than 7 hours, which is just beautiful. Let's set out to run these tablets and the unique in city maps, but first we need to actually do the setup, which requires us to find a city, then add Delirium, and then we do the Rite of the Nameless. So yeah, I mean, wow, that was beautiful. Tune in next time for another episode of Crafting Ball Z.